Good morning, folks. I came out to the car to do this because less distractions. I'm actually doing some packing right now. I'm going to have my car packed out tonight. I'm leaving in the morning, and I got to have my car packed out tonight, and figured I would do a video before the car got packed out because you wouldn't be able to see anything anyway. Did not get to do a little video last night about the stove and all the other stuff. It got late. I got hungry. I had to make dinner. And then the boss called, and so I wound up not going to bed until almost 10:30. They were on the phone for hours. These folks can talk. It's a husband and wife that own the company. It's a small company. I'm sort of excited about that. I'm sick of working for corporations who value profit over people. And I mean customers. You know what I mean? My customers are important to me. They don't seem to place the same importance on customers that I do. All of the larger companies do that. They're more interested in policy and procedure than they are on customer relations. And that's nothing new. That's what the modern age is all about. I had thought to do a little video with the propane or the butane grill I got right here. I haven't even opened it up yet. Butane grill, got myself a nice tea kettle right here so I can make coffee. Got some couple pots and pans I'm going to bring with me so I can do cooking. My thought was not really ever to do a lot of cooking in the car. My thought was always to do the cooking with the hatchback open. You know what I mean? Right at the end of the car. So I don't have to worry about fumes. There's nothing down there that's going to catch fire. There might be the occasional spill of food or water or whatever, but for the most part, no. My thought was always to do the cooking either with a hatchback up or outside on a nice day. It's getting cold, so those are going to be few and far between. Although here in Georgia, I have grilled out Christmas Day before. I have, in shorts. So it's not that big a deal. It's not like being in Minnesota or Wyoming. I know that. I got it easy. Heading down to Brunswick is 4 hours further south from where I am, but it's right on the ocean. It's right there. So I imagine I'll get some cooler temperatures than I'm used to up here near the Atlanta area. But I'm looking forward to it. It's a new place. I've been down there to do service calls for customers before, but never spent any time there, never looked around. I went to, I think, St. Simon's once, many, many years ago. I've been in Georgia a long time. I went down to St. Simon's Island but this was during the summer, though, and it was just gorgeous. But I'm heading out first thing in the morning. Got to turn in my Wi-Fi device to T-Mobile today. So I'm going to lose a little bit of my connectivity. I have unlimited data on my phone. I upgraded to unlimited data on the phone so I'd be able to handle the fact of no Wi-Fi. Although once I get down there, I don't know. There may be a chance that I'm going to be literally camped out in the shop parking lot. They've offered me free electricity and water and a free place to park. And I'm excited about that. That's going to make the winter a bit more livable. So I'm going to wait till I get down there. I wish I hadn't bought this butane stove now, because now I can go down and get me a nice hot plate, a good dual burner hot plate for my cooking and other needs. But it also offers me the opportunity to charge my Jackery, to charge the batteries that I use for my other low voltage devices. So that works out nice. I got a nice 50-foot drop cord with a 3-prong end on it that I'm going to wind up hooking up, and I'm not going to drag it into the car. I'm going to keep it outside the car. I'll just charge the Jackery while I'm at work. So I'll leave the drop cord outside the car, and I'll have a service vehicle to drive for work. So I won't even have to fire the car up. I won't have to worry about it. So I'm kind of excited about that too. Looking forward to this. I've only got about maybe another 2 years left, and then I'm going to retire and take my benefits, and I'm in that time, in that 2 years, I'm gonna save up for something a little newer and a little bigger. And then once I get my benefits started, I'm hitting the road, and I'm never gonna sit in one spot longer than a month. I may get stuck in a spot waiting for the benefits to, pop at the first of the month, but after that, I just fill up with gas and take off. No big deal. Not upset. I appreciate all the well wishes, warm regards. I am not dumb enough to use a butane or propane burner in a closed car. I'm not. I'm an old man. I'm 61 years old. So I've learned a lot over the course of my life. There's more, regardless of the fact that butane has the lowest output of carbon monoxide of any other heating fuel or cooking fuel. Propane has a ton. Charcoal has the most. Charcoal has a ton of carbon monoxide output. So does wood. Not as much as charcoal, but so does wood. Wood emits carbon monoxide, just like every other fuel does. They all do. So I'm not really worried about, I don't plan on cooking in the car unless I absolutely have to. And then only with the windows cracked. In high rain, that portion of Georgia does get hurricanes occasionally. So I think in an instance like that, I may just move my butt to a motel. And if a hurricane hits, I'll just go stay in a motel. I'll be earning money. I'll have a job. I'll be earning money. So I'll just go stay in a hotel till it blows over. But it was never my intention to cook in the car unless I absolutely had to. We do get some cold weather here. I will say that. Last year we had 3 weeks of temperatures in the 20s. 2 or 3 weeks of temperatures in the 20s. And I worked outside. And let me tell you, it was not a fun time to be a field service technician last year during the winter. That was in January of last year. It was horrible. Horrible. My fingers and toes were always frozen. I'm required by work to wear steel-toed boots. And once that steel gets cold, it never warms up. Doesn't matter how long you keep your feet under the heater, that steel never warms up for the rest of the day. So I don't have to worry about that now. Now I got a decent pair of composite toe boots. They're as structurally sound as steel, but they're, a composite, and they don't get cold and stay cold. You know what I mean? They're as cold as your boot is. Whereas the steel always seemed to be 10 degrees colder than the boot in the steel toe boots. I'm glad for that. Grateful for that. So I'm going to be all right. I appreciate all the well wishes. Things are working out. I get down there. I got to empty the car out. They're going to let me store some stuff even in the shop. They're going to give me a little small room to store some stuff in the shop. So that won't be a big issue either. I'll have plenty of room to stretch out. I am planning on living in the car while I'm working, because I'm trying to bank as much money as possible in the next year. I need to buy a vehicle within a year. And then I'm going to take 6 months to a year to build it out well enough so that when the benefits start, I can just start rolling. That's what I'm looking for. But thanks for all the kind words and good advice. Peace.